Good evening, parents, and thank you for tuning in to my quick tutorial on how to have your child access our virtual classroom every day. I'm just going to do a quick rundown on how to get onto Clever, and then from Clever onto Canvas, Canvas to our Teams meeting we will have every day, and then just a quick intro on how to navigate through our course. So if your child has a laptop from the school, they'll be able to access their Clever dashboard just by signing into the laptop. As soon as they open up Google Chrome, it'll already have Clever popped up for them. However, if they are not using their school laptop and have a personal laptop, you can easily access it by just Googling Broward Schools SSO. And as soon as you do that, you will see it here, Clever Login, and then they can log in from there. You can also do it here with the single sign-on as well. Both will take you straight to the Clever dashboard, which is this. On the Clever dashboard, you're going to see lots of different apps that we will be using throughout the school year. However, the main one to access every day is going to be Canvas. It's very important that your child starts each morning by logging into their Clever account and then onto Canvas. Now, the Teams meeting that we will have, there is an option to download Teams as an app on your computer, which I highly suggest you do because it's a lot more user friendly. However, you cannot access our meeting just by going to that app. You first will need to do the Clever dashboard and then on Canvas access it, which I will show you right now. If your child does just go straight to Teams and access it there, it will not register as for their attendance on Clever. Although I'll be able to manually go in and fix it, the county is kind of monitoring to see when kids are logging on to Clever and when they are not. So it's very important that every single morning your child starts out by logging into Clever and then going into Canvas to access their Teams meeting. So they're going to click on Canvas. You can also bookmark Canvas at the top by just hitting this heart. You'll see that it'll kind of highlight. When you click on it, it'll bring it up to favorites, which makes it easier for the student. I also recommend making iReady a favorite and Think Central. So those three are really what we're going to be using every single day. Think Central is more for math, iReady is for reading and math, and then obviously Canvas is to access the course. We will also be using ReadWorks and a couple different ones as well, but these are the three main apps that we will be using. So once your child hits the Canvas button, it's going to open up Canvas dashboard. Their dashboard is going to look very different than mine. These are all my classes that I'm enrolled in. They will have my third grade class, which is this one, the main class to access every day. And then they will also have their specials, which they'll go to on a rotation throughout the week. So they click on Miss Jardina's class. I'm going to turn this to a student view so you can see it from their viewpoint. This is our home page. As you can see on this side, there's a bunch of different buttons to push. However, you really just need to focus on this home page. We don't really need to navigate through these side buttons. So they're going to go down the page. There's our welcome banner. We have my virtual classroom with my little Bitmoji in it. And then this button right here is to join our meeting. So this is how they will access Teams every single morning. Again, they'll log on to Clever. From Clever, they'll go to Canvas. From Canvas, they will find my class in the dashboard. Once they click on the class, it'll bring this up, and then they will click here to join our daily meeting. And it will pop right up. I have the app installed already, so I'm going to hit open Microsoft Teams, and it will open up the app and get me set into the meeting. Very, very simple. We are required to be on live instruction from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. So your child will log on at 8 and he or she will log off at 2 p.m. Alright, if you continue to scroll down, you'll see a bunch of buttons. These are active buttons. However, the Monday through Friday, there's not really anything in it yet because I haven't uploaded our course materials yet. So you will not be able to access these buttons, but the ones down here are just some helpful information for my students and for you parents as well. The resources tab is one of the tabs we will utilize most. This has all of the different links to the websites that we will be using for virtual learning. Boom Learning is a task card website. BrainPop Junior has a bunch of different educational videos that we will reference. Get Epic is books to read. Prodigy is math games. The kids absolutely love Prodigy, so we'll definitely be using this one a lot. Storyworks is magazines to read, and ReadWorks is reading articles. And then if you continue to scroll down, you'll see a picture with a bunch of different math manipulatives. These are math manipulatives that the students can use while we are working together virtually, and all they have to do is click on the manipulative and it'll pop up, and they, for example, this one is task cards that they just practice answer the questions. And then you can also change it to the appropriate grade level. We're obviously third, so they will be able to use this. Now, some of them are ones that we will utilize together while working. For example, let's say the counters. I'll ask students to open up the counters, and if we're learning about arrays for multiplication, I'll have them place the counters in rows like so, and then tell me how many in all. So this is a really good resource for the students, and I'm really excited to use it. Anytime you are not on the home page, that beginning page of my course, you can always find it by scrolling all the way down to the bottom of whatever page you're on and clicking the home button. We'll bring you back to the home page. Another button that we will use a lot is the teacher corner. This is especially important for you parents. There is a quick little presentation about myself that you and the students can click on here. It will not open in a window. You'd actually have to open it by downloading the attachment. So when you download the attachment, it'll then pop up, and this is my little intro about myself, which I'm not going to show you now. You'll have to look at it with your child. And then down here we have Class Dojo for you to access if you have any questions for me, anything at all, please message me. Do not hesitate to. I have the app on my computer. I have the app on my phone. So as long as the app is working, I am getting your messages and I'm able to be there to help you. And then also the Margate Elementary website for your reference. Again, click on home anytime you're not on that home screen. And if we continue to scroll down, we'll go to our expectations. Expectations are obviously our class rules, as well as the team's expectations and our school-wide expectations, the RULER school-wide expectations. At the very bottom is our schedule, just so you can get a quick idea of what the student's day is going to look like. So we will log on at 8 a.m. From 8 to 8:20, they will have a do now, so an activity to do while I'm waiting for all my friends who happen, if they're showing up a little bit late or having difficulties logging in, we will have an activity to do while we're waiting for those. Also, I'll be collecting attendance at that time and so forth. From 8:20 to 8:40, we're going to go over our do now activity, and we will have a short morning meeting. And then from 8:40 to 9:10, we're going to do a whole group reading lesson. And then directly after that, for the next hour until 10:10, we're going to do reading breakout groups. So during these groups, that would be like small groups in the classroom, I'll have certain students break out with me to a different team's room, while the rest of my friends are in our main virtual classroom, the teams meeting, working on their centers. From 10:10 to 10:30, we will have recess, which then follows with the writing. And then we have lunch from 11:04 to 11:34. During lunch, we can turn off cameras, turn off our microphones, and go have lunch. I'm not going to suggest that students log out of Teams, just because I know that sometimes it can be a little difficult to get them back in, especially midday. So I will ask that students stay logged into our meeting. However, they can turn their mics, their video off, and I won't be looking for you until 11:34. After that, we have science and social studies, and then we go to specials. So specials is going to be on a rotation. We have PE, math, art, and music. And on the specific day, the specials teacher will actually log into our team's meeting. So students don't have to log off and go elsewhere. They just stay on our team's virtual meeting, and the specials teacher will come join us. And then last but not least, we have our math block. So students will log off around 2 p.m. Every single day. And again, if you need to get back to that home screen, you go ahead and click home. And then the last two buttons are just more of bulletin boards for my friends. One of them is the birthday corner. It has all the different birthdays from all of my students. And then the last one is our Bright Work, which I will upload pictures of students with amazing work that they want to share. So this will be a fun little bulletin board, just like if we had a bulletin board in our real classroom. So again, any assignments that they will be working on, they'll find here on Monday through Friday, depending on what the day is of the week. However, they will not really have homework, so they'll be accessing these with me. There's not a lot of activities that are going to be done when we log off. We're kind of going to be working through everything together, so it'll be a little bit easier for them with these buttons. And that is it. That's my quick little tutorial. If you guys have any other questions about how to access Clever, how to access Canvas, or just about the school day in general, please do not hesitate to reach out to me on Class Dojo, and I will be sure to answer your question as soon as I can. All right, I hope you guys have a great night and a great rest of your weekend, and I'm really excited to get started on Wednesday with your students. Have a great night.